Hey everyone, I thought that I would make a little recruiting video just because I'm getting lots of questions in the last week or so because it's a really good time to be recruiting your team. And I felt like, you know what, why not just put it in a couple minute video just to help people out. So I'm going to give you my tips. I wouldn't say I'm a recruiting professional, but what I do know is the only way to make a lot of money in this company is by building your own team. Sales, you definitely need to focus on for the first 2-3 weeks for sure, and figuring out what this company is all about, because otherwise, what will you tell people when you're trying to recruit? So for sure, any girls that are brand new recruiting, is going to be tricky. You need to work on selling first and then work towards your fast start, because if you get 3 girls, you sell $2,000 and one of those girls sells $125, you get $300 in Y cash to spend on product. So that's sort of the goal you need to work towards later on, but you have 90 days to do it. That's 3 whole months. I've only been at this for 4 months, so don't even stress about that right now. The only way to make money, though, like Natalie has said in her videos, she's black level presenter. I have girls on my team right now who've sold more than she has in a couple months, and she's been at 11 months. She's black level, making $6,000 a month because she has a huge team. So I'm going to tell you my daily routine. You can follow it. You can ask me questions through email, whatever, or email messages on Facebook. So my daily routine is I go in the morning to work at my teaching job. I post in 5 groups. I change the wording around again. I post in 5 more groups and I stop. If you keep posting in groups for more than 10, you could very likely end up in Facebook jail like I did. After I post in 10 groups, I go and add myself to 10 groups. And what I do is I pick a place. So today was Ohio. I went Ohio, sales, search, groups, added myself to 4 or 5 groups there. I went Ohio, mom, search, groups, added myself to 5 more groups, and people are pretty quick at usually adding. I've turned off where I live because sometimes that deters people from adding you to the groups, so you may want to turn off where you live. I definitely, and if you're posting in groups, you absolutely should not have your location services turned on ever, or messaging, turn it off. So after that, I post to my team, whether it's an idea, a thought in my head, a good job, something that to know that I'm always thinking about all of you girls all the time. I post to my parties, so any parties that I'm running, I will post there. You should be posting in these parties 3 times a day. I do morning, after school, and before I go to bed. Post to my sales group, so usually 1 a day at least now at this point. If you're new, you need to be posting 3-4 times a day to your sales group. Check in with customers, potential presenters, and my own team. So I check in with people, 5, 6, 10 messages, whatever I have time for, because I am a full-time teacher, so it can be tricky with grade 7 and 8s running around. And you'll have slow times. So I want you to know that everyone has slow times. I went a month without recruiting anybody, and then other months I've recruited like 10. It doesn't mean anything. But if you're not trying, if you're not trying to find new girls for your team, then yeah, your business is going to be slow and everything's going to be slow. You're not going to be working it. So if you're not working your business a few hours a day, then I know that you're not going to be successful in this. If you're just, I put in like half an hour on Monday and nothing happened, so I gave up. You can't do that. Otherwise, it totally will, everybody's going to forget about you because there's so many people online. So you have to be present. You have to be online. You have to be socializing, and you have to be positive. You cannot be having negative things on your Facebook. You cannot be having negative messages to people. If you're having a bad day, that sucks, but don't put it to your Facebook, because other girls see that and they're like, oh, like they're not going to be drawn to you and want to buy anything from you because they don't really, I'm not going to buy buy from someone who's posting negative things all the time. I'm going to buy from someone who loves what they do, loves their company, is positive. And I'm an all-around positive person to begin with, so that's not a difficult thing for me. I know that it can be difficult for other girls, and I've seen it. And none of the girls on my team I've seen that from, but I've definitely seen it from other girls that have had issues with that. So the biggest thing when you sign someone up is to teach them and help them. And if you don't know the answer, ask me. I have no problem answering questions. If I don't get back right away, I will get back to you. You need to make sure that you are helping that person. If you sign someone up, you're like, yes, I signed someone up, and then you forget about them. Well, who wants to be with a company and be totally forgotten about by their boss? And there are a lot of girls out there that do it this way, and I'm telling you, they are not doing very well. So I want you to make sure that anytime I have questions, I always ask my sponsor. She's super, super helpful. And I really, really want you guys to make sure that you are understanding that you have to help your team. So check in with them, see how they're doing, give them suggestions, but make sure it's in a positive way. You don't want to be bossy or pushy. If they're having a rough month, then they're having a rough month. I just took a week off to go to Mexico. I had no Wi-Fi for a whole week. It felt awesome. This week's been very busy getting caught up with both my jobs, but it's okay because I lay on the beach. I have somewhat of a tan. I think it's pretty good. It will be gone in about a week with this freezing cold weather in Ottawa. But anyways, I just wanted you girls to know that I'm always here to support you. And if you need any help with anything, whether I signed you up or you're on my downline, I don't care. Please message me. Never, ever be shy. Because if your upline is busy or the girl that signed you up is busy and doesn't have time to get back to you, and I do have time to get back to you, then I'm never going to ignore a message ever. So I hope all of you are doing well and you're enjoying it. And I'm telling you, girls, if I can do this, you can do this. I work full time. I wish sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I had, 5 more hours in the day just to do like messages and recruiting and follow up with customers, but I don't have that kind of time. So I do what I can, and I do the same thing every day, and it's been working. So if you're at home and you're a stay-at-home mom, you have the hours to do it when the kids are in napping. That is the perfect time. I find I get the best business in the morning. So when I post first thing in the morning, I find by lunch I'm getting messages. And I actually find in the evening time I'm still getting messages for my posts in the morning. So it's something to think about. Morning time posts are the best option. Especially like groups that are in our time zone, in the Ottawa time zone, that will really help. So I've gone over longer than I wanted to, and I can talk forever for those of you who've actually sat down with me. But if any of you want to message me and you're in Ottawa and you want to do some online training, or you want to meet in person, I am open to doing that. January is a much slower month for me. I would love to do that. So happy selling and happy recruiting, girls. You can do this. You can make so much money with this company. Just make sure that you are trying to build your team. It will take a while. It will have good days and bad, but you can all do this. I am no expert at this. I have no sales experience whatsoever. Okay, have a wonderful rest of your Thursday. It's Friday tomorrow. Have a good one.